So, main thing in terms of setup was just purely width the stands. If I saw you there and that's okay, were you playing a full shot or a short shot? I would probably go with long. You couldn't use full shot here. There's no distinguishing there from your setup that says, okay, he's playing a short shot. Where you look at this one, you are slightly narrow with the feet there. So, I mean, this was the widest one you did actually have. You've had a couple where your feet gone a little bit narrow, but as long as it's narrower and the weight's favouring the left side, you're fine. You see your hands now are nearer your left leg there slightly, yeah? So all these things now are going to help you get a more cleaner contact. As we said, the weight needs to be going towards your left side, so you're almost sliding the club under the ball. We're not trying to lift it. Think about sort of the spade or the rake and shoveling sand or soil over. You'd be going down low and sliding. You wouldn't lean back and lift. If you leant back and lift, you'd get covered in soil, wouldn't you? So with this on the left-hand side, and as you swung through, you can see as you come through that you hit the golf ball, slight deflection with the club face there up the toes, but you can see the face sort of twisting a bit open, leaning back a little bit, and over a scoop, and the ball just shoots across the ground. It's gone quite low, that ball right now, out to the target there, and it went 50, 60 yards across the green there, okay? And your first words were, oh, I hit it too hard. It was hit too hard with that contact, but the swing length wasn't too hard for this length shot. It was the contact that caused it to go as far as it did. So when the weight got more on your left side there, okay, same length backswing, good contact. Look at the ball now. The ball now is coming a lot higher off the club face, and your club face, that club face is there nice and straight. If we think about sort of, I think there where your impact is there, if I do a little yellow impact back, that's kind of what we're looking for. The club shaft and the hands and the club all nicely in line, hitting the golf ball, and the ball, as we can see now, going straight to target. The problem is, and what causes you the issue with the long game, when you try to put speed on it, this arm, exactly, you try and get speed by pulling and yanking this left arm, okay? So what we would do to try and get more speed is increase that length, okay? So the same impact, so again, practicing these chip shots, okay? Certainly, again, there's a bit of wrist hinge there through the ball, so your wrist sort of flicking or unhinging, which is fine, that sort of angle there in your arm and your club there, great, because it shows you're nice and loose, but because your arms and your body kept moving, it was a good shot. So don't lock your arm to try and stop them from hinging, okay? Just allow the body to keep moving, your arms to keep moving. As long as your weight is in the right spot, your club will bottom out at the right spot. As long as the club hits the ground, but the ball, up the ball goes. You don't have to worry about trying to flick it or lean, all these different things. Try and keep it as simple a method as possible. Allow body parts to bend and fold and do what they want to try and do. Don't try and tense them up, because that's going to cause more issues, as we see. Okay? And then we get, so that's what, again, this movement now with the impact there, good shot there. So that's the impact you want to try and practice. At the moment now, you can do it all day at 30 yards, down to 50 yards, 80 yards, 100 yards, longer club, longer swing, and you just build it up gradually to get the club face. So when it starts going, if we say the flag there is at 12 o'clock, when it starts going right of 1 o'clock, so way right some of your shots went, then you're going too fast and too long. And you just got to build up that control so you can get it with a natural move, not trying to overthink it, not trying to do more than you need to try and do, okay? It becomes pretty much second nature, as these chip shots are.
With like a sound line, do you still think of it as dragging across, or no?
When you say, I think the club sort of sliding underneath the golf ball, not as much to some extent. It will be, there is some element of that, because your arms are still want to be coming down striking the golf ball. I think for me the issue is with you when you swing the golf club is the back of your left hand sort of leads. So your lead thumb, your left thumb kind of trails behind the hand, yeah? You almost think your thumb is like a rudder. So if your thumb starts here, when you come back, you want your thumb to be coming back to point this way. What you often do is bring your thumb sort of that way. So maybe sort of get a feeling of where that sort of left thumb, left hand position is, okay? Think of it, if you're going to hit, if you just hold this bag a second, so hold the handle there. If I was going to hit that with the back of my left hand, I'd come in and go bang. You wouldn't want to go and try and twist the back. You want to hit with the back of your left hand there and come in and do that. So it's like a bit of a forceful hit this way. That would then replicate to the club as I come in. You're coming in, bang that way. What you do is lead with the back of the hand. Now a lot of that is the way you try to create power is kind of pull. Because if you think of the golf swing, if you swing the club back as a full swing now, the back of your left hand at this point leading the target, okay, pointing to the target, it's back here. We've got to allow that club now to come back down and square up. What you get to then go, pull, and you're there too quickly. And now exactly, you're well at the ball there. And the face left wide open, okay? Just getting that feeling of how that club sort of comes back. And again, I think if we can be looser in the arms, allow the arms to swing a little bit, to get that sensation of the club face working. As long as the arms and the body keep travelling and keep moving and rotating, the hand and arm's going to be soft and sort of free will it this way rather than sort of that jab.
I know I do it. I
Yeah.
just, like, can't get it.
But it's something you do naturally at the moment that can change. Okay, natural habits do take a while to change. We said before, the lesson one, when you drive a different car, or you go left-hand drive, or your indicators change from the left side of the wheel to it just for a few days or a few miles or whatever, instinct takes over.
Yeah.
So at the moment now, we're going to sort of dial it back to a distance. I mean, again, in some ways, practice these shots, okay, because they're going to help you score no end.
Yeah.
Because even if your shots go off to the right there, 30 degrees off to the right, if you can chip and putt from this, or chip and two putt, that's still a 3 or a 4 in it, rather than 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I think on the first at Cottrell Park, for example, as long as you're in trees and you're sort of within play, if you're in the trees, chip out sideways and then chip and two putt, making a 5.
Yeah.
So you go around that golf course making 4s and 5s and be the odd 3. Suddenly now a score of 45, 40, 35, whatever is going to be within reach, rather than maybe whatever you shot. You had a shocker, so it's 70 or 8. I don't know what it was. You
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, there you go. So,
bang on.
yeah. So
it's the worst day of golf I've ever had.
exactly. So that's the thing. So if we can get that sort of in-play movement again, we said that when the shots go wrong, the tension gets more and more.
Yeah.
And if you're playing with your mates, it gets more frustrated. You lose your head, your grip gets tighter, and you'll default back then to what you want to do. If you're trying to change something you want to naturally do, you've got to be loose enough to allow your body to make the adjustment. If you're gripping it tight, it will just default back to and then just like jabbing.
I know things are going right, and I kept on thinking. I know you said too.
Yeah, the feeling of going left. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It just wasn't happening.
Yeah, exactly. And it's tough to do on a golf course because obviously you're only in one shot every 3 or 4 minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
But if you work on that impact, get these shots working well, and then just build up gradually, that long game will be coming straight on them in no time. So.
Yeah.
Okay, mate, make sense?
Yeah.
Good.